is going on? We are on our way over to the Ohio property here that you guys are going to be able to win a hunt on. This sun spot on my face is really driving me nuts. Anyways, is this better? It's a little harder to film that way, but is it better? I think we're good. So anyways, we're on our way over here to the property. We're going to be doing some on the ground scouting. I know the cameras are full of deer, bucks, does, everything, but I want to get over here on the ground because season opens in just a couple of weeks, and I want to see what these deer are doing on this field edge. I want to see where they're coming out, where they're going in, and get an idea of which stand or stands are going to be the best for opening week. And so that's what we're going to be doing right now. And if you guys have not done so yet, remember you can enter to win a hunt with us on this property up here. Ends on November 30th. It's a late season hunt, which is the best time to hunt up here. It's freaking awesome. So some guys are like, oh, our property is the best early season before everybody pressures the deer out. Oh, our season's the best opening weekend of gun, and we don't hunt the rest of the season because that's, we don't touch the woods until opening gun. We shoot some deer and then we're out. For me personally, this particular property is a honey hole in late season. Why? Because all the neighboring properties push the deer right into this one, and it dead ends right next to town, and there's a bunch of property next door to mine that can't be hunted, and so it makes it a perfect spot to get a lot of action in late season. Deer are just piled in there from being pressured out of the neighbors, and they all get bunched up into this property right next to a zone of land that is not hunted, like a public library property, some city-owned property and stuff like that. So, and it's in a dead end right up against a bunch of ground that can't be hunted, so it makes it perfect for me and for you guys who are going to win a hunt and come up and hunt with us, because you basically get the pickings. I mean, the deer just pile up in there in late season, and that's why I wanted you guys to have a late season hunt, is because it is the best and most action-packed time of the season over there, and I wanted you guys to have the best experience. So that being said, we're on our way over here now. We're going to be setting up on the edge of a field edge, looking over some beans and alfalfa, and I hope I can see a good amount. I'm going to be on the ground. It's fairly flat, but there's a little bit of elevation change like in the middle of the field that could make it harder to see up over to most of the bean field, but we will see. My property is the main bedding source in the area though, so I think most of the deer should be coming out of the wooded ground, which is my property, coming from the north, headed south into the feeding field. So we'll see what happens. Let's get over here, let's get in the woods. I got a jacket on. I know it is literally 97 degrees out here today, but the sun's starting to go down and I got a jacket on. It's one of our windbreakers that we actually sell on our truck giveaway website, lmpgear.com. And anyways, it's nice as a windbreaker. It's not really like insulated and warm, so it's not really making me hot, but it's to keep the mosquitoes off my skin. And this should be tough enough to keep them from sticking their little, I don't know what you call their little sticker things into you and pestering me all night. So we're gonna get over here and sit for about an hour and a half and then see what comes out. I'm pretty excited. I got a couple bruisers on camera over here, and I'm pretty stoked. Quite a few daylight pictures of bucks, tons of daylight pictures of does, and just a little bit of everything. So let's get over here and see what happens. No guarantees tonight's the night the deer come out, because it is freaking hot, but they gotta eat, so let's just hope they decide to come out and do that in the daylight. Spotted our first couple deer on my way over here. You can see them standing right there. Just a couple of does. If they have fawns with them, I can't see them, but just taking a long way to get to the property to see what's out in the field, what I can't see, so when I get over there, if I'm not seeing something, I know where they're at least. You can see them straight down that lane. There's actually a couple more a little further back. Just does though, so we're gonna keep moving. Okay, so we made it out here, and I can already see some deer out in the field. So we're gonna see if I can get you a little bit of a better shot here, and then see if I can glass and see what all comes out tonight. So there's actually a ton of deer out here right now. You can see there's a whole bunch of does there. There's another group of them there. There's another group of them right there. And then there's some more in the corner you can't really see too well. But there's also a whole bunch of them back along the woods there you can't really see too hot. So I'm gonna see if I can get my binos out, do some spotting, let you know if I see anything of interest. But like I said, guys, if you guys want to win a hunt with us, I'm telling you, it's awesome here. I mean, it is absolutely crazy. Wind's blowing in my face right now. It's an awesome property to hunt, and you're gonna have an experience of a lifetime. I can almost guarantee you that. Last year, late season, we were seeing groups of 20, 30 deer just migrating through the property, moving around. I mean, it's just such a blast. There's no better way to hunt. I mean, I think late season is the most fun, most action, at least for this area, this property. So definitely get in on that, lmpoutdoors.com. Place an order and you're automatically entered to win a hunt or $2,000 cash. So we actually have 2 does out here that have 3 fawns each, and then we have 1 doe that has 2 fawns. It's pretty crazy that, you know, I mean, some people will look at that as a bad thing to have a doe that reproduces that many fawns, you know, if she's putting off a lot of doe fawns. But it's like, it's still kind of neat that we have does around here that put out that many fawns, you know, because, I mean, I don't know, I can definitely see how it could hurt you either way, you know, but it's kind of cool. And I know that there's guys out there that are like, oh, you know, you don't want a doe property, you don't want a bunch of does, and, you know, and I totally understand that. But in the same sense, you know, if I go out and I see 30 does and 3 nice bucks, for me, I still think that's a lot of fun. You know, I mean, some people would say otherwise, like, oh no, you don't want to have that, the ratio is bad, and I understand. But, you know, first off, what am I gonna do? You know, I'm allowed 3 deer tags for the whole county. I can't shoot them all anyways, so, you know, there's really like not much you can do about it, you know. And with this property being right up against a bunch of ground that's not hunted, it just naturally holds a lot of deer because there's a lot of ground here that can't be hunted, so I'm right up against it. I mean, I can't shoot all the does that need to be shot for 3 or 4 properties in a row that can't be hunted, plus mine. So it's like, you know, just have fun with it, watch all the deer, have a good time. I'm telling you what, when you take kids out hunting too, like I'm excited to take my son out, there's nothing more fun as a kid than going out and hunting and actually seeing like 20, 30 deer. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Bucks, does, it doesn't matter to me. As a kid, that would have been a blast. So you can see there's a doe with 3 fawns there, and there's a doe with 3 fawns there, and then there's a doe right behind this branch in the beans with 2 fawns. I actually might have got out here just a hair late. Maybe not, maybe they'll circle back, but when I got here, they were all over here in the corner, and then they were already feeding out across, so we'll see. Usually the does are early to the party, and then the bucks will come in a little bit later towards the darker time of the night, but we'll see what happens and stick in here. Let me see if I can get you guys a better view. There we go. Come on. Right there. I'm literally looking through the bino with my phone. There's actually some more does coming out over there. There they come running in. There comes some more. Look at them all out there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I don't know if there's any fawns that I can't see that are in the beans now. I've seen some deer sneak off into the beans, but either way, it's still fun. There's at least 12 to 15 that I can still see right out here in front of me. Just waiting for the bucks. Come some more does. That one just walked right out past one of my stands. But man, there's a bunch of them out there. I don't know if you guys can see them all. It's not easy filming with the iPhone, but I mean, there's probably close to 30 of them out there now. I mean, they've just kept coming out. Well, I'm in the truck headed back home. It was a pretty good sit. We saw, I want to say by the time I was leaving, there were probably 35 or so deer in the field. I didn't see any bucks tonight, but it's also like one of the top 3 or 4 hottest days we've had all summer. So that could have something to do with it. Or the fact that there's like 50 different bean fields that a buck could feed in around this spot. So who knows? And not to mention, a buck's pattern from this time of the year to even like 3 weeks from now is going to be totally different. So wherever they're feeding and living and bedding now, you know, that can completely change as soon as they shed their velvet. So, you know, I'm not too worried about it. I'm super happy with the results that we had. That was my first sit of the season on the ground looking for deer around the property, just to kind of do some on the ground scouting, see what kind of deer numbers we've got. Trail cameras only tell you so much. If I went based on trail cameras, for all I know, it's the same doe and fawns that come every single day, but in reality it's tons of different does and fawns that come at all different times of the day. And you know, I'm super excited about that. And I know there's bucks in there. Last year we saw several really good bucks, got a lot of good opportunities that we would have taken if we hadn't been so picky. And then we had a couple of shots that we actually got, but you know, hit low and miss, hit high and miss, you know, hit the deer in the shoulder, didn't get it, and then we see it, you know, all the next week or two just still cruising around. Like, just unfortunate stuff. But for the most part, we had a great season last year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens this season now that we have a little better intel on the property and the deer and how they use it. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out with me for this first sit of the season, spotting for some deer. I'm actually still looking right now. Anyways, guys, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.